Come on. I can walk from here.
Do you see that too?
Papa? What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Nothing good's gonna come of this. Good girl. Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men.
Go! A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My lord Marquis. Your lord uncle bade me escort the field marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. Someone like Quinton. I hope I can...
What are you looking for?
Many thanks. Farewell.
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Do you see anything you like? Come back again.
We never call. We are stocking our stalls, and we're just supposed to...
I'm nervous.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service.
Please, just Sid.
Oh, of course. Thank you. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes.
I am. But
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No, it taught me what one man can... And I've been training.
You clearly have good...
So...
You haven't even started yet. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the time.
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me. Seems young Emma really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Enough. Gone. Of course.
I didn't expect... Where is Ember? How did he fit?
He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found he was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. He was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set up...
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back. Don't you leave me.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
A fortress?
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't...
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now. Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the town was... And though so I was...
Of course.
Where? Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks. for continuing to argue against his reckless plan. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed, but he must be made to face the consequences.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and... My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced, but he is wrong. He's scornful of the opinion, but he cannot be allowed. We must fight him.
Fight him? No. Respectfully, while I understand...
False hope. But I see that you're mine. If you will extend... I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. Which may be enough. This is all about her.
Family.
I'm sorry. Ah, yes. But perhaps it's...
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
He'd have our coin, our stock and our store.
So you are content to abandon the... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison. Fine. You're not the... Thank you so much for your...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter.
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale, hoping to convince...
I bet that way. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, right, as always. We've had some report.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm it.
Right. Where should...
You know Grieger's Weep?
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sites.
Were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town. This one. Get him.
Brotor! Attack! Over here!
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you all right?
I am. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's some. But what were they doing south of town? We might be able to fend off an attack.
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably... You head back to...
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been stirring up ill feelings.
What? I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there.
Don't worry, I'm not like...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sanbreque, just as Great Griga wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured, the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to... Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale.
Thank you, milady.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds, Philippe. Can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls, but...
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get... What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Orif. I fought a few.
All right.
Thank you. But...
You can thank us when it's over.
When the fighting begins...
I want steel in it.
If any get by, you can trust we'll be here to meet them head on.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Sick
Get him!
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
There's more! Over here! Over here! Sick 'em!
Nice try.
Over here! Go! Get him! Sick 'em! Get him! Over here! Kill! Over here!
That looks... I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town.
Clive. It's good to see.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right, and I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand, they would drift apart. But you, not by force, nor by the exercise of, but by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory.
As did you. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things. I only wanted you to understand how I...
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. I do not, but I believe the same could be. We all want safety, and we may yet... Will you join us in...
Yes.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale, and today there are more than ever.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The Dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you?
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me. But I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always. Quinton, I have a proposal.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of goat. Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can...
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build. Who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
what he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Might this be Mickleburg?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others...
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite, just at this village, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and
give themselves.
Oh, Lord, let us be reborn. Free us from the torment
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here?
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chap still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more you have seen them at their prayers. Have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never, praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills. And not that they might be granted respite. Serve him with all of I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but they... And so I would see it through, see these people safe, that they might achieve, that they might do their duty to their law.
You do understand?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills, and I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the... Forgive me, my lord. Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready.
Get him!
What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Okay.
Over here! Let's get him!
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashyyyk in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
Welcome, welcome. Go safely.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad...
I met...
Thank you. He
died. I buried him.
If you...
The village. They prayed to that. Then Anitha, your brother, even knowing...
Then he for the right to choose a noble, it matters not only that we live for better or...
But he didn't die for your creed, and you still believe...
I believe we of the Undone, and this was his.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all they died serving my... That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Mark. My lord, the greatest honor, though our... And were they here?
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashyyyk. I need to hurry.
Attack!
You're finished! There were no guards, I take it?
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Locked up tight. Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happened? Even the Imperials take...
Have care. No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
You're feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
So this place was no... And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with... Nothing but a Kashyyyk down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No luck downstairs.
I know. I've been reading some bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this... pitting bearers against a wild beast, armed, and not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even, and those who wouldn't, or couldn't, were disposed.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to them.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring...
Don't say that. Did you...
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Let's see what we can find down here. A survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone?
Some of the guards, they're still here. Everyone else...
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger.
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must...
Jadwick sent...
What?
He fought the monster. He must have sent you. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he?
Jadwick.
Was that?
have to get out of...
Doris, keep the...
All right. You put that bearer-eating...
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Cid, are you hurt?
I'm fine.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on. We have to get her.
No. I'll see that she's looked.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tough. I thank the flames we found her.
I know. I'm sorry we weren't.
There's no need to. How he fought. That's the man
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more.
Of course. You already met my former. We were supposed to. For years, so we escaped after so many.
But even in and he died.
Hyde Maria's and the curse. I'll fight until my.
Thank you, Doris. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. Take this from the local barrack. His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return.
Your care?
That is not my decision to make, but by one means or another.
Then I'll have to I won't let you erase her.
Then we find ourselves very well.
Let's...
Impressive, but we have other...
Why do you want it so bad?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of... Would you say that this interpretation will...
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but so let me answer for you. There is no correct. That a series of... It is a question of number. If enough...
So you're trying...
We are trying from knowledge, that is all. You may keep the book. The world is until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Disposed of. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find it. God. white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slough. But where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. I'm done here. Let's get the registry. Uncle, the field march. Rutherford is a company. They will await you.
One other?
Lord Havel was. He asked if.
One of your
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But
another outlaw? Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the army, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the Grange.
Oh, don't you worry. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous. Oh, of course, it did take a little, but luckily I had some unexpected.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward, Rockford, from a horde of...
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased she had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to...
I'm happy to...
Now, I must be... Join us there at your earliest convenience.
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into it. That is, unless you'd have them turn as...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food, they'll be dead even before you've...
If I may, gentlemen, Perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. Ah, but I'm sure that you wish two such firm friends. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great...
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company are you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation. We wish simply to bring stability to... And to do that, we must convince... There will be disagreements, yes. If we show them the path. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hand. But the well-being of her people...
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy.
That it is.
This is the role we shall play out. The realm need... I
will.
What do you think that thing is?
There's something about it.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand...
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Truth be told, but from what?
No. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we are?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws. All I have gleaned from this trial is that...
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has... And this time he was found wanting. After all.
With a bit of hard work, but a scout's nose is different. By sniffing out that lot wouldn't do to waste.
Fine.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you.
Daft as a brush, that. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, that time the cook...
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav.
Forgive me, Sid.
But that's why we need men like Ember. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
Vivian, I found it.
You found it.
Even though I asked this, I fear the exact...
I met with one of them and I convinced him he told me something, that the truth is just... And then if enough...
It does. But it also means that the truth isn't provided that though has the sad history of...
You said that the book inspired...
It did. Or its author. She was a heretic, you see. A gallows stood ready for her, and by shunning society, I, too, she taught me that my soul... And that, though...
Do you still feel that way?
Honestly, perhaps the result of... But the more I study... So if... Remember, give the men...
I'll try it.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. All done?
I hear that did you...
I did.
If the bear... The director was a brute.
The registry, there was no son of...
I pray all their names, my friend. I can steal from children who were taken from their bunks. No explanation.
They'd be happy.
But why did I...
It's not your fault. See that their name...
I'm going to write all of... And in the name...
Neither will I.
These
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
Mid? Tell me...
It's... under Cogweed. Yes, that's...
Wait, the children. Now that I think about...
The young'uns? I'll keep working on the model.
Sid!
She wasn't. She's just busy.
A new invention? Is it an...
Do you think she'll let us...
That just so a brass gear.
Oh!
We saved it.
Since your lesson, we've been... all the pieces that...
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all?
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Well? Will it work?
What exactly?
Only the wings aren't good. Well. That should do her. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
First the skies, then the crystal.
If Joshua's worried about... It's usually me, make...
You alright?
Something troubling you?
It's just...
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, I'll let the...
So?
Well, the problem...
Is there anything I can... All right, then. Not just any.
No. One mead from the... There's the thing is...
Only the big day.
That or...
Well, there's no shortage. I think I might make...
You're a good friend.
Lawsman Harpock.
Ah, yes.
You spoke of me.
Then I should... This was some year... At that time, to supervise. All to ensure... Alas, I had not...
Have you spoken with...
No, His Highness, not when I...
The Guildmaster, but as you said...
When I first... And I did... It is one... And what he took the blame for...
I see. I'm ready to help.
Then I beg. Apothecary is fabulous.
Well, it can't hurt. Where can I find it?
You have seen... Well, there is a walk. Whether they...
It's all right.
Thank you, Clive.
Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but...
I suppose it's not hard.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her, to let her know that with how to do that.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied and Jill and I broke...
To see the snow daisies. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys.
It was the Lord Command.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
Oh, true.
You're saying I should go and scout...
I'm saying we should... What would you do without...
Must we away? My decision is made. You said it yourself. He must...
He must.
My decision is... You said it yourself. He must.
He must.
The time is nigh, Ifrit.
this is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's no weapon.
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where...
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know.
Then why not ask someone?
Someone at the backyard. Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
What are you after? Take care out there, eh?
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we...
Can't say it wasn't a relief to see the better part of the Guardian.
Are the bearers taking well to their new homes, you know? I sometimes worry how they'll manage without me to cook and clean for them.
Just about surviving, are you? It ain't exactly a bed. And that's just... When I was a little girl... I crammed. I swore... Put the wind right. And thank God. Like being back half of me. Stop by for an ale any time, eh?
Are the bearers taking well to their new homes, you know? I sometimes worry how they'll manage without me to cook and clean for them.
Excuse me.
Oh, well,
a silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, near some most.
We'll see.
The Guardians of the Flame were true friends to the rest.
Are the bearers taking well to their new homes?
How do, Trap? You've the look of a man.
I'm looking for a silver...
If that's the case, no one has seen a silver... Word is, they were all hunted for their... If any are still out there...
You're probably right.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly.
Whoever's idea it was to take those bears.
Can I help you with summit?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver...
I deal in fruit, not fancy. But if it's fancies you're after...
Was a silver chocobo seen?
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon Tri. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here... Come on. Run like the wind. Straight home now. This one's awake. Let's see what's inside. Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. The chocobo was here. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be... It's all right. Just borrowing a feather. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they... Ambrosia won't help me here. No use calling Ambrosia now. This is no time to ride. Let's go. Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
It was no trouble.
Clive, how'd you get on?
Any luck?
Crystals, they're in there.
It's a long...
Right?
Everything the empty...
Don't blame. They'll find after any...
But it weren't. I slew one of...
So what?
There we... What do you think?
I think if...
Oh, will I? I should go and see it.
Give it my best.
You can get...
I don't want Gav to give up being a scout, honest.
Oarsman,
You did?
I think I... You wanted to make deal.
Oh,
It's no trouble.